Hey, what's up guys? I'm ExxotikGaming and today I am back with yet again another Pixel Gun 3D brand new weapon review. A few days ago, the new 11.4.0 Valentine's Day and Lunar New Year update came out, and with it came one of the most unique weapons of the update, the Double Dragon. A ferocious sounding weapon that looks even cooler. I really enjoy using this premium gun, and I'm super excited that you guys wanted me to review it for you all today. Now if you guys are as hyped as well, make sure to smash that like button. It'll make me happy, and I don't know if they told you this, but if you leave a like within the next 2 seconds, you will receive 1 million subscribers on your YouTube channel. It can be a gaming channel, a vlogging channel, or heck, even a workout channel. But regardless, you will receive them. This is not a scam. Also, guys, comment down below which of the remaining 2 weapons you want to see me review next, the nunchucks or the love spell. Let me know down below, and yeah, with that being said, we're ready to start this video. So let's go! Jumping into the armory section first and looking at the stats of the mighty Double Dragon here. When we look at the stats, we would assume this weapon is a pretty average gun. It doesn't look all that spectacular, and that's when our assumptions and the actual truth diverge. Because this is actually a very unique weapon that will give you some very unique gameplay that you don't really see with any other weapon in the premium section, plus or minus a couple of them that have very similar stats to this. Now this weapon has an efficiency of 21, a 76 firing rate, 10 capacity, and a 110 mobility, but the thing that makes this weapon so unique, what I keep ranting on with this weapon, is the fact that this weapon has a multi-shot ability, and that's just so cool. There are very few weapons that have that in Pixel Gun 3D. Some of the ones that do have that would be weapons like the Loud Piggy, weapons like the HYDRA, and other weapons like that. Now this weapon is probably most similar in terms of the gameplay that you get to the Loud Piggy. If you guys remember the Loud Piggy, I reviewed that not too long ago, and I got some pretty good gameplay with my Loud Piggy review. Now, if you haven't watched my HYDRA review, you can see a very strong similarity between my HYDRA review and with this video, because they're both basically dragons that you're holding, and, well, they do a lot of damage to the enemy player. The HYDRA is a lot less powerful, as a matter of fact, and it's a little strange because the HYDRA actually has 3 heads, and this one only has 2, but they're just a lot more powerful than the dragons that the HYDRA has. But as you guys can see, in a map like Colosseum, you're going to do really well. Technically, this weapon is a 2.5 shot kill to a max armored player. Now, you're not going to get 2.5 shots with your gun, so it's going to be 3 shots to kill a max armored player. But a lot of the time, when you're in a closer range map, people are already going to have some armor damage dealt to them, and it most likely will, most of the time, be a 2-shot kill to take them out, which is pretty good. Now the thing is, when I say a 2-shot kill, I don't mean 1-2 like that, because when you press the firing button 1 time, it shoots out a fireball out of both of the dragon's mouths, and that you could technically say is 2 shots. Now what I mean when I say 2 shots is you have to hold down the firing button, so 4 shots come out, but technically it takes out 2 of your capacity. The thing is that's most unique about this weapon is you're going to really rarely need to reload this gun. You're going to very rarely have to get down to those 10 shots, because most of the time somebody's going to end up killing you before you end up going through all 10 of those shots. Because the thing is, with this weapon, you have 20 shots before you have to reload this, technically. You have 10 out of each of the dragons in this gun, and that's really good considering it's a pretty decent amount of kills, or shots, or a pretty small amount of shots, I should say, before it kills an enemy player that may even have max armor. Now, I'm in a server where, fortunately, not too many people have the Ghost Lantern, but if I was to go into a server that had a lot of Ghost Lantern users, you would be in for a very interesting viewer experience, because I would be dying many, many times when I use this weapon. The truth is, this weapon is obviously not going to beat the Ghost Lantern. No premium weapon is really going to beat the Ghost Lantern, with the possible exception of the Smart Bullet Bazooka, so if you do get this weapon, be prepared, if you are a max level player, that you will end up dying many, many times from people using the Ghost Lantern. That seems to be a guy that just took out one, so once one person uses it, many more people do, and we're probably going to see much worse gameplay throughout this video if many people start using the Ghost Lantern. Because as you guys remember, this weapon is a 2.5 shot kill, which is technically 5 shots out of our dragons before it kills a max armored player, and if we have that versus the 1-shot kill of the Ghost Lantern, it's pretty obvious to see which one would end up winning the fight. But the thing is, this weapon is a lot more fun to use, in my personal opinion. I would much prefer to use this weapon over the Ghost Lantern, even if I don't win every single match that I go into, because Pixel Gun 3D is a game that is not all about winning the matches all of the time. It's about fun. And the Ghost Lantern can get pretty boring once in a while because, I mean, it's just the same thing over and over. Once you fire a shot at somebody, you're almost guaranteed a kill. Some people want to have an actual challenge in the game, and the Double Dragon is one of those ones that will provide you with that challenge. So, if you're watching this video and you're all concerned about challenges and stuff like that, and you want to have something that is fun to use, and when you get a kill, you're like, wow, I really did something, this might be a weapon for you. But the thing is it a necessity? Is it something you absolutely need in this game? No. You don't need this gun. It's really cool. It's really cool looking, especially in the shop menu, and it really performs pretty well. But is it a necessity? Is this thing just so outrageous that you just have to have it if you have the other weapons in the premium section? No, it's not. But here's the thing. If you want a multi-shot weapon, this is probably your best option. This one or the Loud Piggy, I don't actually know. I haven't really compared between the two, but I've seen pretty similar gameplay between this weapon and the Loud Piggy, so you might want to go check out both of those reviews, the HYDRA and the Loud Piggy reviews, so you can actually see between them which one you would want to get. But I would definitely say consider this weapon if you want a very different, very unique premium weapon that shoots out 2 shots instead of just the standard one like pretty much every other weapon we know in Pixel Gun 3D. Now we have something like the Smart Bullet Bazooka, which will end up shooting out a lot of shots, or the Armageddon, which shoots out 4 technically, but I mean, this one is very unique in and of itself because I don't know if there's any other weapon out there that just shoots out 2 shots. So, it's very unique, and if unique things are your thing in Pixel Gun 3D, well, this is something that you might want to very well consider. If you can find a server like I'm in right here, where there are very few Ghost Lantern users, like I said, you're going to have a good time using this weapon. You're going to actually get pretty close to winning in the matches that you go into. You're not guaranteed to win by any means, because there are still a lot of weapons in a server like this where there are very, very powerful users. You can see people that are using something like the Solar Power Cannon, which is another very, very powerful premium weapon. There are people using the Laser Bouncer, which is a one-shot headshot, and well, if you're encountering that and the person is pretty accurate, that might be a little difficult to take them out. But it is a lot easier to take out a Laser Bouncer user using this thing than a Ghost Lantern user. That is definite fact. But, yeah, guys, I don't really have much else I need to say about this gun. Really, really cool premium weapon, a lot of fun, definitely something you want to consider. Not a necessity, like I said, but something that will provide you with some very fun gameplay and pretty close to winning the matches that you go into if you can find a pretty good server. Like, this one is a very good server. I like the gameplay in this server. The people in this server are not using ridiculously overpowered weapons. They're using very unique weapons. I'm seeing people using the Pet Dragon. I'm seeing people using things that I don't really see all that much in Pixel Gun 3D, and because of that, I'm actually having a pretty good chance at taking those people out, and it's great. I mean, there's a guy with the Crystal Laser Cannon. I don't even remember the last time I've seen that weapon, and that's one of the most powerful primary weapons in Pixel Gun 3D. The sad thing is people always resort to those select, like, 4 or 5 weapons in the matches that they go into. They will always use the Ghost Lantern, they will always use the Prototype, they will always use the Smart Bullet Bazooka, and, you know, maybe 1 or 2 other weapons. But you never really see anybody using the Crystal Laser Cannon. You never see anybody using, honestly, the Laser Bouncer. I very rarely see people using that now, and it was like the weapon back a couple of months ago. I remember, I mean, probably everybody watching this video can remember, you go into Silent School, you just see orange lasers all over the place. It looks like a disco party, but now, not really too much. I don't remember the last time I've seen the Mech Heavy Rifle or the Automatic Peacemaker. Those ones are weapons that you don't really see all that much anymore, and because I'm seeing these weapons in this match, I'm actually able to take them out, and it's like, it's the greatest thing ever. So definitely find good servers when you're playing Pixel Gun 3D, and that goes for every weapon. Honestly, if you're just using any weapon in Pixel Gun 3D that is not the Ghost Lantern, if you're using the Pet Dragon like this guy is using, you want to find a server where not everybody is using those ridiculous weapons. If you're using pretty much every weapon in my inventory, say you're using the Casanova, you don't want to go into a server where every single person's using the Ghost Lantern in Silent School because it's not going to work too well. So just keep that in mind. This is a weapon which will only work in certain circumstances. Now, I mean, I thought this was pretty obvious, but I might as well tell you guys this. Since this is obviously an area damage weapon, you want to keep this in the close range matches. You want to keep this in Silent School. You want to keep this in Pool Party. You want to keep this in Coliseum. Coliseum is probably the best map for this weapon just because it is the closest range and there is the least amount of travel time with your weapon. But this weapon works pretty well in Silent School just because you have that multi-shot ability and you just have fireball after fireball after fireball coming after an enemy player, and they don't even really know how to respond to that. I mean, it's great. I mean, you're just spamming this weapon and they really can't react to that. Honestly, I feel like the little fireballs look kind of similar to the shots that you fire out of the toy bomber. I mean, they aren't. They're like fireballs coming out of a dragon, but they look interesting. I was very surprised Really Soft released another like multi-headed dragon. I mean, I thought with the Hydra that was enough, but hey, they released another one, and that's perfectly fine. Neither one of them are overpowered, so I'm perfectly fine with having them in the game. They're very unique, and I mean, think about it. We have so many weapons in Pixel Gun 3D that it probably is getting a little difficult for Really Soft to come up with weapons ideas. That's why they have these contests so often on Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that, asking people to send in their designs, because, I mean, in all honesty, what did Really Soft originally design? They got the AK-47, they got the Eindringling, they got other weapons like that were modeled off of real-life weapons, and then they had a couple of other ones that were pretty unique, like the Dragon's Breath and stuff like that, but in the end, I mean, there were a lot of weapons in Pixel Gun 3D that people created, and, I mean, that's great, so we might even see another double-headed dragon in the near future. Heck, what if we saw a four-headed dragon? I hope Really Soft does not make that thing ridiculously overpowered, but, I mean, it's entirely possible, so Really Soft, get on that! Just don't make it overpowered, okay? Anyways, I don't really have much else I need to say, guys. If I was to rate this weapon between 1 and 10, I'd give this thing a 7 to a 7.5. I'd say a solid 7 to a 7.5 would be the best rating for this weapon. Maybe if you can find a server like I'm in right now, you could give this thing upwards of an 8 to maybe even an 8.5, but if I'm basing this off of a majority of the gameplay that you go into, where there's mostly Ghost Lantern users and stuff like that, yeah, a 7 is probably a pretty good rating, because you're not going to really win too often in the Ghost Lantern matches, but you can still get some pretty good kills with this thing, and a 7 is a pretty good rating in and of itself. But yeah, I really enjoy using this weapon, guys. One of my more favorite weapons of this update, one of my more favorite premium weapons in general, and one you should definitely consider if you just have some spare gems around. If you don't have spare gems around and you're looking for a good premium gun that is guaranteed to give you a win, this is not the thing for you. I mean, it's really good, don't get me wrong, but you just can't be guaranteed a win with this weapon. So that's the reason why I'd say you could probably pass on the Double Dragon. But from the gameplay that you're seeing right now, you can make your decision. I mean, you're really the only person that can make your decision. You can see from this gameplay what type of gameplay you can get in a map like Coliseum, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, then I would really appreciate it a lot if you left a like I said below. This is not a scam, but you can get 100 million. That would be ridiculous. Can you imagine that? 1 million subscribers on your YouTube channel. It can be whatever you want. If you don't even have to have a YouTube channel. You can have just that blank blue profile picture and 0 subscribers, but if you leave a like, it will instantly turn to 1 million, and you will now have more subscribers than me, and I'll be very, very jealous. So I might actually take that offer back. But no, I already gave it to you guys, so it'll happen. Anyways, I'm gonna stop saying ridiculous things, and yeah, if you guys want me to review the Love Spell or the Nunchucks oh my god, I keep saying left, next, just let me know down below in the comments. I will make it happen in the next video. Whatever you guys want to see, I will do it, and it'll be another awesome video just like this one. If you wanted to go check out some of the other weapons I've already reviewed from this update, I have already reviewed the Casanova, the Romeo and the Juliet, and the Laser Spear. This is the 4th review out of the ones from this update. I got great gameplay in my Casanova and Romeo and Juliet review, actually ridiculous gameplay. If you're looking for the Fury kill streak in videos and stuff like that, oh, you should probably check those ones out. But definitely watch the Hydra review. That's definitely something you want to watch, the Hydra and the Loud Piggy review, just so you can see how this weapon performs to those other ones. So with that being said, guys, that's basically it. So thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and if this is your first video you are watching on my channel, then I would really appreciate it a lot if you subscribed for daily Pixel Gun 3D content. Well, I can't say daily. I can say almost daily Pixel Gun 3D content. Most recently, I've uploaded a heck of a lot of Pixel Gun 3D videos. In case you guys were wondering why I've been so active, it's just because, as you guys remember, in February, yeah, I've been pretty inactive, and I just wanted to do something kind of special for you guys. Just upload a lot of videos to make up for the fact that February was pretty inactive. But overall, that's pretty much it. So thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's go get one last kill. It'll be pretty easy because it's this. Okay, never mind. That guy had the Ghost Lantern. Did you see that? That was just Ghost Lantern right to my face. And I got a pet knockout, and then I got a kill. I got a double kill, and there we go. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode.